Thank you for the lovely introduction, Preeti ji.
Welcome.
I feel privileged to be invited as a guest speaker to this prestigious Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Airport. Thank you, Mrs. Preeti Bhagat, President, Mrs. Preeti Doshi, past President, and Mrs. Amla Mehta, the Chief Guest. There is so much despondency all around. There is so much of pessimism. There is so much of negativity that I thought that I will begin my talk on a positive note. I usually refrain from making any general astrological predictions, but today I'm going to break that rule. The situation is such that, it compels me to share this thing with you.
Hello, Amla. શું થયું?
क्रिटिकल लेवल पर उसका ऑक्सीजन लेवल कम है.
Can I begin?
Yeah. Please continue.
So there is a silver lining. There is a ray of hope. After the 23rd of September this year, there is a planetary shift taking place. There is a planetary shift happening. And that planetary shift indicates that this problem of coronavirus will kind of get eliminated or will be able to, take control over the situation. The planetary shift is very positive in terms of the virus losing its deadly intensity that it has had so far. So there are three probabilities, there are three possibilities that I see after the 23rd of September. One of the strong possibilities is that the strain of the virus will weaken because of the planetary shift. This is a RNA virus and the virus constantly mutates. All RNA viruses keep on mutating, and the more they mutate, the more dangerous and deadly they become. But we can hope that after the 23rd of September, the mutation of the virus will lead to the weakening of the virus. So that is one possibility. The second possibility is that the medical fraternity, the doctors, the epidemiologists, the scientists, everyone are working very hard to fight this virus, to win this battle against COVID-19. They might discover some powerful antidote, some medicine, some magical cure. They might stumble upon some remedial measure which will completely nullify and eliminate the virus. That's the second possibility. There is a third possibility, and that third possibility is vaccine, which we all are waiting for. Vaccine is already in the making, and we can sincerely hope and pray that after the 23rd of September, we will find out some vaccine, which will completely neutralize this virus. So I wanted to start this talk on a positive note. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best and pray to God that this particular prediction, not because it is my prediction, but this astrological prediction comes true. मैंने सुना है यूनान में एक बहुत बड़ा ज्योतिषी एक गड्ढे में गिर गया. अब गिरा है तो चिल्ला रहा था कि बचाओ. वहीं नजदीक से एक बूढ़ी औरत जा रही थी. उस गड्ढे में से उस ज्योतिषी ने उस औरत को देखा और आवाज दी, मां मुझे बाहर निकालो, तुम नहीं जानती मैं एक बहुत बड़ा ज्योतिषी हूं और मुझसे ज्यादा तारों के संबंध में आज पृथ्वी पे और कोई भी नहीं जानता. और तुम्हें यह भी बता दूं कि मेरी फीस भी बहुत ज्यादा है. अगर तुम मुझे बाहर निकालती हो तो मैं तुम्हारी पूरी भविष्यवाणी कर दूंगा बगैर कोई पैसे लिए. उस बूढ़ी औरत ने उसे कहा, बेटे फिक्र नहीं करो, बाहर तो मैं तुम्हें जरूर निकालूंगी, लेकिन मैं तुम्हारे पास कभी नहीं आऊंगी, क्योंकि जिसे अभी जमीन के गड्ढे दिखाई नहीं देते वो मुझे आसमान के तारों के बारे में क्या बताए. मैं इस कैटेगरी में नहीं आता हूं, क्योंकि मुझे आसमान के तारे भी दिखाई देते हैं और जमीन के गड्ढे तो बहुत ही नजदीक से दिखाई देते हैं, और आज हम बात भी जमीन के गड्ढों की करने वाले हैं. So, without going into the nitty-gritties and the technical details of the science and the origin of the science, and where did the science develop, and how popular the science is, let's get into the real thing. I am assuming that all of you know what Vastu is. Vastu being such a popular science, all of you already have, you have an idea, you have an overview of what the science is. Nevertheless, let me start by defining this science. Vastu is the science of energy which influences our luck factor. This is my conclusion of the science. This is my definition. This is how I look at the science. This is how I understand the science. And this is how I define the science. Vastu ऊर्जा का विज्ञान है जो हमारे नसीब को, हमारे भाग्य को, हमारी किस्मत को, हमारे प्रारब्ध को प्रभावित करता है. This is the sum and substance of the science. As you all know, today's talk is on health, harmony, and prosperity. So I have divided today's talk in 4 parts. The first part is elimination of negative energy, where I'll be sharing some very interesting, fascinating tips. बहुत ही दिलचस्प वास्तु के सुझाव मैं आपको बताऊंगा, जिससे आप निषेधात्मक ऊर्जा का आपके घर में निवारण, निरीकरण और उसे नाबूद कर सकते हैं. You will be able to eliminate negative energy completely. दूसरा जो मेरा सब्जेक्ट होगा वो होगा वास्तु टिप्स फॉर दोज who are trying to develop new skills. इस लॉकडाउन में कई लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने कुछ नया सीखने का, कुछ नई चीजें सीखने का प्रयत्न किया है, कोशिश की है. मैं वहां पे आपको बताऊंगा कि अगर आप कोई नई चीज सीखने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं तो उसे वास्तु की दृष्टि से कैसे करेंगे. The third part is also very, very interesting. I will be giving a small presentation. How to control or eliminate indoor pollution by placing the right indoor plants from a Vastu perspective. And the fourth, the most important, I started my talk by predicting something very positive. I started my talk on a positive note. I will end my talk on a positive note. That is how to increase, how to enhance, how to accentuate positive energy. आप आपके घरों में सकारात्मक ऊर्जा को कैसे बढ़ाएंगे. This will be at the end. I very strongly believe what is said in the end always remains in the mind, and I would want that you all remember those tips, how to increase positive energy. So let us begin by how to eliminate negative energy in your living spaces. Take lukewarm water. गुनगुना पानी लीजिए. Add some salt to it. उसमें थोड़ा नमक डालिए. Begin from the northeast. Go to the southeast. From southeast, go to the southwest. From southwest, go to the northwest. In a clockwise manner. घड़ी का कांटा जैसे घूमता है, घड़ी का हाथ जैसे घूमता है, वैसे ईशान से आग्नेय, आग्नेय से नैऋत्य और नैऋत्य से वायव्य आप करेंगे क्या. You will splash, sprinkle or spray that water from the northeast. You will come to the southeast. From the southeast you will come to the southwest. From the southwest you will come to the northwest. You will take lukewarm water, you will add some salt to it. Then to complete the process you will take room temperature water. You will again add salt to it. You will start from the northeast, again come to the southeast, go to the southwest, and from southwest come to the northwest. The moment you repeat this process, this has to be done once in a day. This is a powerful remedy to neutralize, nullify, mitigate negative energy. ये वास्तु का उपाय करता क्या है, इसको ठीक से समझ लीजिए. जब भी आप गुनगुना पानी लेते हैं और उसमें नमक डालते हैं तो सॉल्ट is a known disinfectant. Also, during this time of Corona, there have been instances where people have been gargling every day with salt water. नमक के पानी के गरारे करते हैं लोग, because it has been proven that it somewhere sanitizes your throat. If it can sanitize your throat, it can sanitize your living spaces also. दूसरा इसका फायदा ये है, इसका एडवांटेज ये है कि जो नेगेटिव एनर्जी है उसे जब आप नमक के पानी का छिड़काव करते हैं तो नमक का पानी आपके घर में एक ऊर्जा का वर्तुल बनाता है. इट क्रिएट्स एन एनर्जी फील्ड, अ प्रोटेक्टिव एनर्जी फील्ड ऑल अराउंड योर लिविंग स्पेसेस व्हिच विल नॉट अलाउ नेगेटिव रेडिएशंस टू पेनिट्रेट योर होम्स. A very simple but a very effective remedy. This can be done once in a day. And you don't need to mop the floor of your house with salt water. आपको पोछे नहीं लगवाने हैं. You need to just spray, splash, sprinkle. पानी का छिड़काव करना है. Now, the second remedy is again a very simple remedy, but people don't realize that, this remedy can be so effective. Allow morning sunlight to enter your homes. Very important. Sunlight is therapeutic. I could see many doctors today in the audience and they will all agree to me. Sunlight is therapeutic. Therapeutic का मतलब होता है जो बीमारी को दूर करता है या बीमारी का नाश करता है. Sunlight is curative. Sunlight cures, it heals. Sunlight is so important. Open the windows on the east side of your homes and let morning sunlight enter your homes. If you have windows on the north side, also open the north windows because sunlight also comes from the north. 6 months in a year, sun is in the northern hemisphere. 6 months in a year, sun is in the southern hemisphere. तो उत्तरायण में होता है तो एक एंगल में सनलाइट आती है, जब दक्षिणायन में होता है तो दूसरे एंगल से सनलाइट आती है. North and east windows will be kept open. इसके और भी फायदे हैं. Sunlight not only eliminates, nullifies negative radiations, but again, if there are doctors, they will agree to me that when sunlight comes and hits you on your body, there is a hormone which is produced in your body. And that hormone is called as serotonin. Serotonin is a happy hormone. आज हम जिस दौर से गुजर रहे हैं, आज हम लोग जो सिचुएशन में हैं, हम सारे लोग जो सिचुएशन में हैं, वहां पे इतनी मायूसी है. There is so much of despondency, as I said. There is so much of pessimism. There is so much of depression all around. People are so down and out. It is so important to let sunlight enter your homes. मैं serotonin की बात कर रहा था. So the serotonin production in your body will increase if there is a constant inundation of sunlight happening in your homes vis-a-vis your own self. Allow sunlight to enter. So, there are instances where people don't have windows on the east side. People don't have windows on the north side. And even if they have windows on the east side, sometimes what happens is that there is a tall structure which is blocking the east side of their homes. So the sunlight cannot enter. They don't get maximum sunlight during the morning hours. In that case, there is an alternative. There is a solution. Sorry. There was some disturbance. I can continue, right?
Yeah. Yes, you can continue.
Yeah. So if that is the case, there is an alternative. The afternoon sun is supposed to be negative because Why it is supposed to be negative? There is a scientific reason, and the scientific reason is that there are ultraviolet radiations present in the afternoon sun. दोपहरी का जो सूरज होता है, दोपहरी की जो सूर्य की किरणें होती है, वो नेगेटिव मानी जाती है, निषेधात्मक मानी जाती है, वो हमारी हेल्थ पे भी नेगेटिवली इम्पैक्ट करती है। लेकिन सूर्यास्त के 1 घंटे पहले का जो सूर्य का जो प्रकाश है, सूर्य की जो किरणें हैं, उसमें अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशंस के लेवल 90% तक कम हो जाते हैं। तो अगर आप के घर में पूर्व की दिशा में खिड़कियां नहीं है, या खिड़कियां है भी लेकिन सूर्य की किरणें पूरी तरीके से आपके घर में नहीं आती, तो आप सूर्यास्त के 1 घंटे पहले अगर पश्चिम दिशा में विंडोज हैं, खिड़कियां हैं, तो उसे खोल दें और वो सूर्य की किरणों को, वो सूरज के प्रकाश को और वो सनलाइट को आपके घर में आने दीजिए। कोरोना के टाइम पे दिस विल naturally disinfect your living spaces, and it will also eliminate negative energy. A very powerful cure, a very powerful cure. The third remedy to neutralize, eliminate, nullify, mitigate negative energy is to recite Om or Gayatri mantra. We've been doing a lot of research on mantras. We have instruments through which we can actually identify subtle electromagnetic radiations. We can assess, we can quantify, we can actually measure the length of the radiations. And when we were doing our research on mantras, we found out that whenever Om is recited or a Gayatri mantra is recited in our living spaces, the energy of our homes instantly increase. हमारे घरों की जो ऊर्जा है वो तत्क्षण बढ़ जाती है. If this is done in conjunction with lighting a diya, there is nothing like it. When you are reciting a mantra, and if you light a diya, this recitation of a mantra in conjunction with lighting a diya is a complementary thing to do. It will increase the energy levels of your homes manifold. This remedy will actually enhance the immunity of your spaces. जब से कोरोना आया है, हम सब हमारी इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के चक्कर में हैं. Everyone wants to increase their immunity. You know, we are having vitamin C, and we are having multivitamins, and we are having zinc, and we are having so many things. We are doing pranayama, we are doing breathing exercises, we are doing this, we are doing that. हम बहुत सारी चीजें करते हैं. ये रेमेडी आपके घर की रोग प्रतिकारक शक्ति बढ़ा देगी. You will instantly feel that the energy levels of your homes have gone up. The last remedy to eliminate negative energy. आपके घर में से आपके दरवाजे अगर कर्कश आवाज करते हैं, if the main door of your house, if the bedroom door of your house creaks, ensure that the doors of your house don't creak. Creaking of the doors is taken very normally. People take creaking of the doors as a normal thing. दरवाजे अगर कर्कश आवाज करते हैं तो आप immediately उसे lubricate करेंगे. Creaking of the door indicates bad omen. वो आप शगुन है. आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि आपके दरवाजे में से कर्कश आवाज ना आए, क्योंकि ये भी निषेधात्मक ऊर्जा को बढ़ावा देते हैं. इन 4 टिप्स को आप ठीक से समझ लें और उसको इंप्लीमेंट करें, तो आपके घरों में जो नेगेटिव एनर्जी है, वो नेगेटिव एनर्जी नलिफाई हो जाएगी. हम निषेधात्मक ऊर्जा का बहुत ही इफेक्टिवली निराकरण कर पाएंगे। जैसे मैं आपको बता रहा था कि ये लॉकडाउन में कई लोग ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने कुछ नया सीखने का प्रयत्न किया है, कोई नई स्किल सीखने की कोशिश की है। तो ये टिप्स उनके लिए। कई लोग ऐसे थे जिन्होंने नई भाषा सीखने का प्रयत्न किया। They enrolled for online courses. They wanted to learn a new language. They wanted to learn public speaking. So if you are learning a new language, if you want to improve your communication skills, if you want to improve your public speaking skills, anything to do with communication, north of northeast is the direction for communication. North of northeast. ईशान कोने में उत्तर दिशा की तरफ जब आप देखेंगे तो आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, अगर आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स को इंप्रूव करने के लिए या आप कोई नई भाषा सीख रहे हैं तो इस दिशा को देखेंगे। इस कोने में भी आप बैठ सकते हैं, ईशान कोने में आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट क्वाड्रेंट में बैठ सकते हैं, फेसिंग द नॉर्थ ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट। कई लोग ऐसे थे जिन्होंने म्यूजिक सीखने का प्रयत्न किया, एंड पीपल आर स्टिल लर्निंग म्यूजिक। You know, there were people who wanted to learn how to play a instrument, a musical instrument. अगर आप कोई म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट बजाना सीख रहे हैं तो यू विल फेस द नॉर्थ ऑफ नॉर्थ वेस्ट। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नॉर्थ ऑफ नॉर्थ वेस्ट में से ऐसे वाइब्रेशंस एमिनेट होते हैं, ऐसे वाइब्रेशंस निकलते हैं उस दिशा में से कि वो वाइब्रेशंस आपको कोई भी म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट सीखना हो या गाना सीखना हो तो वो आपको सपोर्ट करते हैं और वो पर्टिकुलर स्किल जो आप बढ़ाना चाहते हैं या सीखना चाहते हैं उसे एनहेंस करें। कई लोग ऐसे थे जिनको अपनी कुकिंग स्किल्स अपग्रेड करनी थी। अगर कुकिंग स्किल्स अपग्रेड करनी है तो आप साउथ ईस्ट कॉर्नर में या साउथ ईस्ट डायरेक्शन को देखेंगे, अग्न्य कोने में बैठेंगे और अग्न्य को फेस करेंगे। दिस विल हेल्प यू डेवलप योर कुकिंग स्किल्स। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। फिर मुझे कई लोगों ने पूछा था जब लॉकडाउन चालू था कि हम वी वांट टू लर्न एंड वी वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड स्पिरिचुअलिज्म। हम आध्यात्म को समझना चाहते हैं। कोई गीता को समझना चाहता है, कोई वेद को पढ़ता है, कोई उपनिषद को पढ़ता है, कोई आप जो भी जिसमें विश्वास करते हैं, आप वो शास्त्र को पढ़ के उसे समझना चाहते हैं तो वो कहाँ पे बैठ के पढ़ना चाहिए जिससे कि आपको वो ज्ञान और वो सब्जेक्ट जो है उसका जो क्रक्स है, मतलब आप जिस विषय पे भी जिस विषय को समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं उसका जो मर्म है वो आपकी समझ में आ जाए, उसके लिए ईशान से बेहतर और कोई दिशा है ही नहीं। नॉर्थ ईस्ट इज द डायरेक्शन। नॉर्थ ईस्ट डायरेक्शन अगर आप आपके डिजिटल फोन्स में देखें तो डिजिटल फोन्स में कंपस है, देयर इज डिजिटल कंपस, और ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट डायरेक्शन 45 डिग्री पे आता है। शायद ये हो सकता है कि आपके घरों में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ऑलरेडी कोई कमरा हो या कुछ ऐसा हो कि आप वहां पे बैठ के अगर आप ऐसी कोई एक्टिविटी में इंडल्ज कर रहे हैं तो आप शायद वहां पे बैठ के ना कर पाए क्योंकि वहां पे किसी का बेडरूम है या there is something else in the house which does not permit you to do that. तो आप जिस कमरे में हैं उस कमरे में 45 डिग्री एंगल कहां पे आता है उसे ठीक से देखें और उस दिशा को फेस करते हुए आप ये कर सकते हैं। You can actually understand and develop your spiritual skills, your quest for understanding spirituality will will get fulfilled, will get satisfied if you face the northeast. कई लोग ऐसे थे जिन्होंने योग, meditation, then anything to do with the mind, जैसे हम mindfulness कहते हैं, वैसे courses भी उन्होंने online apply किए थे, और and they were trying to learn. So if you still want to learn meditation, if you want to do yoga correctly, if you want to learn what is mindfulness, always face the east. Always face the east. East is the direction. If you want to learn yoga, if you want to meditate, if you want to know what is mindfulness, spiritualism की थियरी को समझने के लिए नॉर्थ ईस्ट है, और उसे जब आप प्रैक्टिकली करना चाहते हैं, जब आपको समझना है तार्किक लेवल पे, लॉजिकल लेवल पे कि ध्यान क्या है, गीता क्या है, योग क्या है, तो आप ईशान कोने के कमरे में जाएंगे या ईशान दिशा की तरफ देखेंगे. लेकिन जब आप कोई चीज एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, जैसे कि आप प्राणायाम करते हैं या आप ध्यान करते हैं, तो आप ईस्ट डायरेक्शन को फेस करेंगे. ये जो पूर्व दिशा है, ये आपके कंपास में 90 डिग्री पे ईस्ट डायरेक्शन मार्क किया हुआ है. आप आपका कंपास देखें, ये एग्जैक्टली वो डायरेक्शन है जहां से सूर्योदय होता है. अब एक जनरल टिप जो इस लॉकडाउन और पोस्ट लॉकडाउन और ये जो अभी अनलॉकिंग शुरू हुआ है, इसी में नहीं, लेकिन ये आपको हर सिचुएशन में काम आ सकती है. दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टिप. पीपल हु वांट टू लर्न, एज आई सेड, जो लोग एक उत्सुकता रखते हैं कि वो हर क्षण कोई कुछ नया सीखे, people who want to learn, people who want to understand, people who want to go into the depth of things, उनके लिए दो रंग मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा. Colors play a very important role in Vastu. We actually underestimate the power of colors, but colors are again a very powerful tool to activate your brains. क्या आप जानते हैं, रंग हमारे मस्तिष्क को आंदोलित कर सकते हैं. रंगों में वो ताकत है कि वो हमारे मस्तिष्क को सकारात्मक ऊर्जा से आवेशित कर सकते हैं. They can actually activate the parts of our brain with positive energy. There are 3 parts essentially in our brain which are concerned with learning. They control our learning. They also control when you try to understand a thing. Those 3 parts actually come into play. And these 2 colors, which I am about to tell you, directly influence those 3 parts. Which are those 3 parts? The prefrontal cortex, the cerebellum, and the hippocampus. These are the 3 parts. And which colors actually impact these 3 parts, which play a major role in learning? Orange and yellow. केसरी और पीला. ये जो केसरी रंग है और जो पीला रंग है, इसको आप मॉडरेशन में यूज करेंगे. तो आप जिस किसी कमरे में से कोई भी नई चीज सीखने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं या प्रयत्न कर रहे हैं, तो आप इस बात का जरूर से ध्यान रखिए कि उस कमरे में थोड़ा केसरी और थोड़ा पीला, a bit of orange, a bit of yellow, a tinge of orange, a tinge of yellow is always present. अब आप इस रंगों को कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे? बहुत आसान सा उपाय है. आपको आपकी दीवार को इस रंग से पेंट नहीं करवाना है. Just introduce an artifact or a showpiece or a painting, which has orange and yellow in moderation, and you will get the desired results. So now, these were tips to enhance your learning skills. Now, let me share something very interesting with you. For a moment, I'm going to do screen sharing, and I'm going to show you a very interesting presentation. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. Yeah? Preeti ji? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, there is this problem of indoor pollution. And this problem of indoor pollution is actually accentuating today's problem. Why do I say that? Corona is basically a problem which impacts our lungs. It creates pulmonary difficulties. It creates breathing difficulties. And when you have indoor pollution in your homes, it adds to the problem of corona. So let us assume, hypothetically speaking, if somebody gets infected with corona and his home also has indoor pollution, it will add to his problem. Now, how do we, from a Vastu perspective, how do we nullify and mitigate this problem? This indoor pollution, where does this indoor pollution come from? Most of the indoor pollution creeps from outside. The particulate matter, the fumes, the carbon dioxide, the carbon monoxide. Most of the pollution enters our homes from outside. But indoor pollution is generated by the things that are kept inside our homes. You will be amazed to know that the paint that you apply on the wall actually emanates a very poisonous indoor pollutant, a poisonous gas, which can impact your lungs very badly. Your furniture also, emanates a chemical which is called as VOC. VOC are volatile organic compounds. These volatile organic compounds are actually suspended in the air, and we tend to breathe them. I was talking about, paints. Paints have a VOC called lead, LEAD. So if you're not using a VOC-free paint, what happens is the lead in the paint will enter your lungs and it will get deposited in your lungs, which will aggravate the condition of someone who already has asthma. Now, how we can, nullify this problem? Also, the adhesives that we use. Then there is PVC. A lot of things, a lot of furniture, objects are made out of PVC these days. PVC emanates a VOC called formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is carcinogenic. Carcinogenic means something which causes cancer. And these innocent, cute-looking indoor plants can actually absorb these VOCs. Let me quickly run you through. Now, this is the first plant. If you can see this plant is called as bromeliad. This absorbs 80% of VOC in your homes. This can absorb. Not only that, but it has the capacity to absorb 6 different types of VOC. From a Vastu perspective, you can place this bromeliad in your living room and passages. All the passages in the house that you have, which lead to the bedroom, which lead to the kitchen, which lead to the bathroom, you can place bromeliad in the passages and in the living room. Now, this is again a very important plant. Have a look at this. This is Hemilia. This absorbs particulate matter. Particulate matter is something that comes from outside. So this plant should be placed either on your window sills or near your windows, okay, or on the flower beds. If you have the flower beds, you can place this plant on the flower bed. This absorbs all the outside pollution. Look at the third plant. This is a spider plant. When NASA did research on this plant, it stumbled upon a very interesting fact. I just now spoke about formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a VOC which is carcinogenic in nature, which is cancer causing. This plant has the capacity to absorb 90% of formaldehyde which is in your homes. Where will you place it? You will place it near your PVC furniture. Spider plant. Have a good look at this. This is Erica palm. I'm sure everyone knows this plant. This is a very common plant, but this is also a magical plant. This plant can absorb carbon dioxide and convert it into oxygen. Place it in your living rooms. This plant is also called as a living room plant, Erica palm. Very, very effective in today's time, extremely effective in today's time. You can place it in your flower bed also, but if you want to place it indoors, this requires very minimum sunlight. Erica palm is the plant. And now the most effective, snake plant. This plant is also called as mother-in-law's tongue. And this plant is called as a bedroom plant. It is also known as a bedroom plant. Why it is known as a bedroom plant? Because this plant absorbs all the carbon dioxide in your room in the nights, especially in the nights, and converts it into oxygen. It is said that you should not have plants in your room because plants absorb oxygen, right? This plant actually does the reverse. And there has been a great amount of research done on this plant. People with pulmonary problems have got unbelievable results. Their oxygen levels have gone up. So today, there is this talk of checking the oxygen saturation levels, and we all use oximeters to check our oxygen. This plant can actually increase the oxygen levels. These are very effective remedies. This is what I call progressive Vastu. Why progressive Vastu? Because these challenges were not present when Vastu got incorporated. When Vastu got incorporated, during that time, industrial revolution had not taken place. And because industrial revolution had not taken place, there was no pollution. There were no electromagnetic radiation, isn't it? Because there were no industries, so there were no cars, there were no factories. There was nothing. So that challenge was not there. But in today's time, if somebody has to do a proper Vastu, it is very important that these remedies also have to be taken into consideration. So this is a very simple way to tackle this problem of pollution. I have been, suggesting these plants to all my clients in Delhi, especially between November and February. we all know what happens to Delhi and the northern part of the the northern part of our country. Because of the stubble burning in Punjab, there is so much of pollution that small children have to take that steroid dose every winter, to get their lungs in order. It's very unfortunate. But anyway, so these were the 5 plants. And now the most important part of Vastu. How will you increase, enhance, accentuate positive energy in your living spaces, which is the need of the hour? We all need positivity. The situation is such. This is an unprecedented situation. अभूतपूर्व स्थिति से हम गुजर रहे हैं, ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं है. And हमारे जो अर्थशास्त्री हैं, the economists are also trying their level best to nullify this situation and to mitigate this problem. क्योंकि जो अर्थतंत्र को जो नुकसान पहुंचा है कोविड-19 की वजह से, वो इतना भयंकर है कि इसे नापा भी नहीं जा सकता. Anyway, do you know there is this ritual that we all follow, and this ritual is a part of our tradition. मैं जो बताने जा रहा हूं वो हमारी परंपरा का एक हिस्सा है, और हम सब ये करते हैं. हम यानी जो हिंदुस्तान में रहते हैं वही नहीं, दुनिया की हर जाति के लोग, हर संप्रदाय के लोग, हर धर्म के लोग ये रेमेडी अनजाने में करते हैं. उन्हें पता नहीं कि वो ये क्यों करते हैं. Whether it is a happy moment or a sad moment, we always do this. Do you know what is this? In Diwali. और हमारे यहाँ ये एक रिचुअल सा बन गया है. ये एक सनातन परंपरा है हिंदू सभ्यता में कि दिवाली में हम हमारे दरवाजे के बाहर दिया जलाते हैं. अब दिया क्यों जलाते हैं ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. मैंने जैसे आपको बताया कि हमने एनर्जी पे बहुत रिसर्च किया. तो जब हम एनर्जी पे रिसर्च कर रहे थे तो हमने ये पाया कि ये जो फ्लेम है, ये फ्लेम, दिए की फ्लेम या कैंडल की फ्लेम या कौन सी भी फ्लेम, ये फ्लेम इतनी पावरफुल, पोटेंट एनर्जी का सोर्स है कि आप हमारी समझ के बाहर है. The kind of powerful positive radiation that a flame emanates is just beyond our comprehension. Why do we light diyas outside the door? The door is the prime source of energy. आपके घर का मुख्य दरवाजा आपके घरों में ऊर्जा को आमंत्रित करता है. वो ऊर्जा जो बाहर से आपके घर में प्रवेश कर रही है वो आपके मुख्य द्वार से कर रही है. और अगर वहां पे आप एक दिया जलाते हैं तो जो ऊर्जा आपके घर में आएगी वो सकारात्मक होकर आपके घर में प्रवेश करेगी. If you want to positivize the energy flow which is happening in your homes, light a diya outside the door. Now the question is, how many flames should you be lighting? Very important. हमारे यहाँ एक गलत प्रथा चल रही है कि हम 2 दिए जलाते हैं. आपने कभी ख्याल किया हो, हमारी जो आरती की थाली होती है, आरती में हमेशा विषम संख्या में दिए जलाते हैं, हम ऑड नंबर में जलाते हैं. सम संख्या में कभी नहीं जलाते, इवन नंबर में कभी नहीं जलाते. 5, 7, 9 ऐसे हम आरती में दिए जलाते हैं. क्या आपको पता है कि जब आप इवन नंबर में दिए जलाते हैं, सम संख्या में जब आप दिए जलाते हैं तो वो दिए निषेधात्मक ऊर्जा पैदा करते हैं. rather than creating, generating, emanating positive energy, they will cancel out the positive energy and they will start radiating negative energy. दो दिए कभी भी नहीं जलाने चाहिए. 2, 4, 6, 8 आप कभी भी नहीं जलाएंगे. आप ये रेमेडी सूर्यास्त के 1.25 घंटे पहले, जिसे हम संध्या काल कहते हैं, मैंने आपको अभी अभी कहा कि सूर्यास्त के 1 घंटे पहले अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशंस का जो लेवल है वो कम हो जाता है. और जब यूवी रेडिएशंस का लेवल कम होता है तो the entire earth gets inundated with positive energy. And when you light a diya during that time, the positive energy which is coming from the cosmos gets accentuated, and when it enters your home, it positivizes your living spaces. A very simple remedy. ये इस रेमेडी को आप जरूर से करिए. सूर्यास्त के ठीक 1 घंटे पहले आपको सूर्यास्त कब है वो पंचांग में से मिल जाएगा. ये कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. सूर्यास्त का समय देखना, ये कहीं से भी आपको मिल सकता है, अखबारों में भी आता है. उसके ठीक 1.25 घंटे पहले आप दिए को जलाएं. वेरी पावरफुल रेमेडी. हाउ डू वी इंक्रीज प्रोस्पेरिटी इन आवर लिविंग स्पेसेस? क्या ऐसा वास्तु में कोई रामबाण इलाज है जिससे कि हम हमारे घरों में समृद्धि बढ़ा पाएं? जी हाँ, बिल्कुल है. बहुत आसान सा उपाय है, आसान सा इलाज है. आप आपके घरों के ईशान कोने में, नॉर्थ ईस्ट डायरेक्शन जो 45 डिग्री एंगल पे आती है, मैंने आपको बताया, आप वहां पे एक पानी का घड़ा रख दीजिए. एक बर्तन में पानी लीजिए and just place it there. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप वहां पे कोई वाटर फाउंटेन रखें. You can take a flask and fill that flask with water and place that flask there. What is important is that you keep on changing that water, because stagnant water attracts negative energy. You know, flowing water generates positive energy. So ensure that you keep on changing that water every day. You can keep a jug, you can keep a glass filled with water, you can keep a mug filled with water. इसका मटेरियल कोई मायने नहीं रखता. वो ग्लास हो सकता है, कॉपर हो सकता है, एल्यूमिनियम हो सकता है, क्ले का बना हुआ हो सकता है, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. लेकिन आप पानी रखें. ईशान कोने में जब आप पानी रखते हैं तो आपके घर में आप ऐसी ऊर्जा पैदा करते हैं जो समृद्धि लाती है, जो प्रोस्पेरिटी लाती है. बहुत ही आसान सा उपाय है, आप इमीडिएटली कर सकते हैं. Have I overshot or there is time? Preeti ji,
Yeah, Rashmi,
can I?
you can go ahead
Yeah,
and
no.
complete. Yeah, just yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
इस लॉकडाउन के दरमियान कई लोगों ने मुझे ये कहा कि हमारे घरों में बहुत अननेसेसरी डिस्कशंस हुए. You know, people were insecure, people were upset, अपने काम को लेके बहुत डिस्टर्ब थे. Then because they were disturbed, there was so much of uncertainty. People did not know what will happen tomorrow. People's cash flow went for a toss. A lot of things got haywire, you know, during this lockdown, and that impacted the relationships in the homes. You know, the interpersonal relationship, the relationship with your boss, relationship with your friends. How do you stabilize this relationship quotient in your homes? Southwest corner has the answer to this problem. नैऋत्य कोने में इस समस्या का हल है, समाधान है. नैऋत्य कोना कहां पे आया? If you take the compass, southwest corner is that corner which is marked at 225 degrees. 225 डिग्री पे नैऋत्य कोना आया. ये जो साउथवेस्ट कोना है, आप साउथवेस्ट कोने में एक मिट्टी का बना हुआ घड़ा रख दें. A clay pot, very simple. The color of the clay pot will be terracotta, will be maroon. The moment you place a clay pot in the southwest corner, if the southwest corner is not possible, anywhere in the southwest quadrant between 220 degrees to 230 to 35 degrees, you can place this clay pot, which is terracotta in color. This will immediately stabilize, streamline, and harmonize the relationship quotient in your homes. A very simple remedy. Now I will suggest a very powerful estro remedy. This estro remedy is a kind of an estro protection. You know, in the beginning, I spoke of a planetary shift in which I said that I'm very hopeful that after the 23rd of September, the mutation of the virus will weaken and there will be few cases of corona, or the intensity of the virus will die down on its own, and it will not impact this many people, or it will not be fatal. This prediction that I gave was based on some planetary configuration. There is a planet which is responsible in astrology. It is said that there is a planet which is responsible for any kind of pandemic that happens on planet Earth. ये जो महामारी पृथ्वी पे आती है, ये एक विशेष ग्रह की वजह से होता है. I am going to suggest a remedy, you know, for that particular planet, which can be very easily incorporated in your homes. And that remedy again will be done in the southwest corner. You just have to switch on a bulb in the southwest corner. I have already told you where is the southwest corner. I will again repeat. Southwest corner comes exactly at 225 degrees. Now this bulb should be kept on ideally for 24 hours. If this sounds a little difficult, then you can do it between sunrise till the time you go to sleep. क्योंकि अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि बंबई में, because of the paucity of our living spaces, sometimes it happens that you know, there is a master bedroom that comes in the southwest, या बच्चों का रूम है, या घर में कोई बुजुर्ग है जो नैऋत्य कोने का रूम इस्तेमाल करते हैं और वहां पे सोते हैं, तो वो उनको डिस्टर्बेंस होगा उस लाइट से. तो आप 0 वॉट का बल्ब लगा दें फ्रॉम सनराइज टू सनसेट. अगर ये भी मुमकिन नहीं है, ये भी पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो आप सूर्यास्त से जब रात को सोने जाते हैं तब तक उस बल्ब को चालू रहने दें. अगर सीलिंग पे पॉसिबल नहीं है तो आप फ्लोर लैंप चालू करिए. फ्लोर लैंप नहीं चालू कर सकते हैं, फ्लोर लाइट नहीं है, तो टेबल लैंप लगाइए. लेकिन नैऋत्य कोने में, साउथ वेस्ट क्वाड्रेंट में, ये बहुत ही जरूरी है कि आप इस बल्ब को चालू रखें. या मेरी स्क्रीन पे किसी ने मुझे पूछा है कि टेराकोटा पॉट में बल्ब लगा सकते हैं. जी हां, बिल्कुल लगा सकते हैं, बिल्कुल लगा सकते हैं. This is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can certainly do that. तो इस रेमेडी को आप जरूर से करें. It's a very simple remedy. Don't worry about you know, electricity being wasted and और सब बातों की फिक्र मत करें आप. लेकिन इस रेमेडी को जरूर से करें, because this is an astro protection. Astro protection का मतलब ये होता है कि जैसे हम जेमस्टोन्स पहनते हैं, जैसे हम मंत्र का जाप करते हैं, जैसे हम दान देते हैं, यू नो, कुंडली के हिसाब से आपके ग्रहों की जो स्थिति है, एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स ये अलग अलग रेमेडीज आपको बताते हैं. तो ये वास्तु की एस्ट्रो रेमेडी है, इसे जरूर से करिएगा. ये बहुत ही पावरफुल रेमेडी है. अब पॉजिटिव एनर्जी के लिए ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आप ठीक से सोएं. यू नो, ये लॉकडाउन में कई लोगों को इनसोम्निया की बीमारी भी हो गई. स्ट्रेस, टेंशन की वजह से उन्हें नींद नहीं आ रही या नींद उनकी पूरी नहीं हो रही, they are not able to sleep well, they are not able to sleep peacefully, there are dreams, they see dreams, they wake up in the middle of the night, एक बार नींद खुल जाती है फिर नींद नहीं आती है, और बहुत सारे ये सब हो रहा है स्ट्रेस की वजह से। वास्तुशास्त्र इस प्रॉब्लम को लेके क्या कहता है ये मैं आपको बताऊंगा। आप सब लोग जानते होंगे कि वास्तु में जो सोने की दिशा है वो दक्षिण बताया गया है। दक्षिण दिशा जो है उस दिशा में आप आपका सर रखेंगे और आप सो जाएंगे। योर बेड्स विल फेस द साउथ। क्या आपको पता है इसका वैज्ञानिक कारण क्या है? देयर इज अ साइंटिफिक रीजन।
No, our bed faces the south. Sun rises in the east.
Again, if there are doctors today, they will agree to what I'm saying.
South.
When you sleep with your head towards the south, please listen to this. This is very important. When you sleep with your head towards the south, what happens is there is a pineal gland that we all have here, you know, between our two eyes. There is a pineal gland. And that pineal gland is responsible for releasing a hormone which is called as melatonin. Melatonin is a sleep hormone. These days, when you're jet lagged, you know, doctors give you melatonin tablets. It kind of harmonizes the production of melatonin in your body. So then you can get sleep, because if you've traveled from a different time zone, getting sleep is a problem because the melatonin production goes for a toss. How did our ancestors know this? This is what makes Vastu very fascinating. What happens is that when you sleep with your head towards the south, the pineal gland, which is magnetosensitive in nature, gets impacted rightly. And it starts releasing a hormone called melatonin, which I've already said. This hormone is a sleep hormone. If this hormone is released in a balanced manner, properly, if this hormone is streamlined in your body, by sleeping in the right direction, you will get sound sleep. There is no way you can't get sound sleep. It is so important to sleep with your head towards the south. Since we are talking about the sleeping direction, yes, there is a question on the screen. It means head on the south and your legs towards the north. दक्षिण दिशा में आप आपका सर रखेंगे और आपके पैर उत्तर दिशा की तरफ देखेंगे। और क्या आप जानते हैं, हमारे यहाँ जब किसी की मृत्यु हो जाती है तो हम उसका सिर हमेशा उत्तर दिशा की तरफ रख देते हैं। क्यों? इसका भी कारण है। इसका भी कारण वास्तुशास्त्र में बताया है। जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि दक्षिण दिशा में जब आप आपका सर रख के सोते हैं तो देयर इज अ पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट, you know, of the magnetic field of the south, and the blood flow keeps on happening properly. जब आप उत्तर बाजू आपका सर रख के सो जाते हैं, उत्तर दिशा की तरफ आपका सर रख के सो जाते हैं, the blood flow goes for a toss. जब किसी की मृत्यु हो जाती है तो हम ये नहीं चाहते कि जो रक्त का प्रवाह है वो उसके सिर में जाए, और इस वजह से हम सिर को उत्तर दिशा की तरफ करके रखते हैं. The body is oriented in a manner where the head is towards the north and his legs are towards the south. Such an amazing science. How did they conclude this? There were no instrumentation available during that time. There was no EEG machine, there was no ECG, there were no X-ray machines, there were no PET scans, there was nothing available. It is just unbelievable. How did they discover this intriguing scientific discoveries? It's unbelievable. So Yes, very interesting question. I will answer this question. It varies. This question was asked by Dr. Manju. Okay. So Dr. Manju, this answer is for you. For the countries which are in the northern hemisphere, for the countries which are above the equator, people will sleep with their head towards the south. And for countries which are below the equator, people will sleep with their head towards the north. Because countries which lie in the southern hemisphere, there people can't sleep with their head towards the south. That will be detrimental because the magnetic polarity shifts. So if you've traveled to Kenya, there is that equator line where they actually show you the movement of energy. So one side of the equator, on the northern side of the equator, they will pour water and the water moves in a clockwise manner. And when you come below the equator, on the southern side of the equator, they pour water. The water starts moving in an anti-clockwise manner. If you guys have traveled to any country below the equator, and if you use the wash basin there, just watch how the water moves. When the water falls from the tap, it moves in an anti-clockwise manner. That's got to do with the magnetic energy. So it's a very intelligent question. Now, since we are talking about the sleeping direction,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, we have some questions, Rashishji. Shall we take it now, or you are still?
Please. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
but,
I
you
actually
finish
got
your-
into the
no,
groove.
finish
So
your last couple of tips, whatever you have to give us the best one. You were saying at the end, and then we take a few question and answers.
yeah, so these tips are to actually increase and enhance positive energy. So I'm going to close after this. So let me know when I should stop. Yeah. So since we were talking about the right direction to sleep, let me also tell you something which not only sounds difficult. I'm about to say that, but it is actually difficult in today's time. There is in Vastu, it is said that the beds should not be locked from all the sides. These days we have storage under the bed. And when you have storage under the bed, it is not possible for you to have an air gap. So from a Vastu perspective, if possible, always have an air gap. It is very important for the energy to circulate freely. In the ancient times, the beds did not have a storage. Today, because of the lack of space, we make storage under the bed. But now, so, I go to so many places, and I know it is one of the most difficult things to do, especially in a city like Mumbai. But let me give you an alternative. So let us assume that we all have storage under our beds. Okay, that's a done thing. Now, if you have storage under your bed, ensure that you don't keep any electrical gadgets under the bed. There should not be any metal under the bed. There should not be any dysfunctional gadgets under the bed. I see people storing silver vessels under the bed. I also go to places where people have dysfunctional wall clocks, dysfunctional DVDs. A lot of crap is actually, stashed inside the bed. This should not be done. Why this should not be done? Because this impacts our health and our sleep cycle. It actually has a negative impact on our spine. So people with back problems, you will keep on going to your physio, and you will end up doing different kinds of exercises, and you will do all your stretchings correctly and this and that. But if your beds are cluttered, you will never get satisfactory results. Toys under the beds, if they have batteries, if they have magnet, please get rid of toys. People also stuff their beds with soft toys. Don't do that. You know, some of these soft toys also radiate lead. There was this article in the newspaper that came last year. I don't know how many of you have read that article, but you know, these toys which were made in China, this has got nothing to do with India-China conflict. The toys which were made in China, soft toys which children were using, there was a lot of lead found, you know, in those toys, and there were children who all of a sudden developed asthma. So don't keep these things. It is very dangerous. You will not know which thing is triggering what. So ensure that you only have linen, you know, under your beds. Nothing except linen. And dysfunctional gadgets are one of the most dangerous, disastrous things that you can place under the bed. You know, spiritually, when you go to sleep, there are so many changes which are happening at the level of aura. Also, physically, there is a complete cellular regeneration happening in our bodies. And when you have these things under your bed, you know, the normal processes of the body goes for a toss. With this, I will close today's webinar. All of you have been a very patient audience. Thank you so much. आप इतनी बड़ी तादाद में आज यहाँ पे आए, और इसका श्रेय मैं आपके प्रेसिडेंट और आपके पास प्रेसिडेंट को देना चाहूंगा. ये बहुत ही सराहनीय है कि इतने लोगों को आपने आमंत्रित किया और इन्होंने मुझे इतनी शांति से सुना. थैंक यू सो मच.